Every day I'm searching for motivation. I'm searching for that motivation and that inspiration to push forward. I'm doing that with every second, and every minute, and every hour that passes. Sometimes I get drowned in the thought process of becoming. Not the action of becoming, but the thought process of becoming and the difficulties of becoming. To where you don't think about the benefits of blossoming into that butterfly from the cocoon from which God had birthed you into. It's almost poetic how we live our lives, and we get caught in between the lines of the story that we're writing, of the feelings that we're expressing without even verbalizing it sometimes. It's with our emotions, our actions. It's within the face that we don't show, not the face that we show, but within the face that we don't show. Sometimes that's our reality because we want to achieve greater. It's within that I look at my daughter. She has Down syndrome, special needs. She was dealt a hand that didn't even have possibilities. It was a hand that was already given to her that the world saw and defined as a hand that would not result in winning. So that's why she's my greatest inspiration. She's connected to God first and foremost, as He gifted her to me and my wife Keisha. A gift that through struggle and pain and joy, all of the emotions of life, we were given the greatest perspective that would allow us to see God in all the possibilities of life. It was through the doubt of the world around you or the world around us that we were able to throw that pessimistic outlook on life into the garbage can and realize that through Trayana and her outlook on life and her overcoming of her own personal obstacles without even realizing that society was creating barriers around her like a video game, and she had to beat each level to conquer each phase just to move to the next phase. Conquer each level just to move to the next level, and watching her conquer every level inspired us to be great within ourselves, to be great as parents, to be great as individuals. And that allowed our kids that came after her siblings, Shayla and TJ, to benefit from the experience that we had received from seeing Trayana go from doctors saying what she was not going to be able to achieve, whether it be educationally, physically. There were so many obstacles that we were told that would box her in. But Trayana realized before we even realized that God never created a box for any of us to be in. That greatness was within us. And for each mile of that journey, there was a milestone that said, I am powerful. God created me to be great, and I don't have to chase greatness because greatness is already within me. You don't chase what you already have. You don't look for what is already present. And that blessing that God has given us and the greatness that is attached to Him and knowing who He is and living according to His word, and that all things are possible. And those things are possible because God, He already loves us. He already acknowledged that we are his children, and that he would be there and provide for us in every way that we would need him to provide nourishment. In every deficit of our lives, he would be there. And he would be that surplus, not only providing a surplus, providing what we needed, that we would realize that through him, looking at him, acknowledging him, giving him praise, that he was our everything, our storehouse. He was the possibility of what life could be, should be, and will be. And we found that through our daughter, Trayana. I found that through my daughter, Trayana. And then I saw it within my own life. I saw it within the wilderness of life. I saw it within the valleys. I saw it within the mountains we had to climb. I saw it within the sunrise. I heard it whenever the birds sing. I smelled it with the fresh cut grass during the summer. The falling of the leaves in the autumn. The winters of life weren't so cold anymore because I'm connected to God now. So, within every struggle from any area of life that we have, that we call a season, I learned from my experience. I learned from seeing my daughter get up each and every day and say, I'm going to live my best life possible. I've seen her be excited about what's next. I've seen her say, I've got this. And when I see that in her, I see it in every child with special needs, that they are a gift and that God has given them something. God has given them that greatness, that powerful essence that may not look like your essence, but it's their essence, and it's the essence of God, it's connectivity to his kingdom, to his word, to his glory. And when I see it in that child that has Down syndrome, that child that has autism, anyone who has a disability or a physical handicap, that you realize that to be physically disabled, to be mentally disabled, is just a description of a certain circumstance that you are going through. But God has said that we are all able. And I take that as being able with what he has given you, able to achieve the greatness that he has placed inside of you, by realizing that the actual achievement has already been done, that is within you, that you're already walking in your greatness because you decide to walk in that greatness and stay connected to God, walking hand in hand with him, sometimes him within his power carrying us, that we can verbalize. Just as I'm verbalizing now, it may not, every word may not be correct, every syllable may not flow, but I am speaking from the heart, just inspired in this moment, just as I may listen to my favorite artist, my favorite melody, my favorite words of encouragement, whatever touches my heart song. But to be inspired by someone who faces sometimes overbearing, outstanding difficulties of life, through my daughter, I realized that I can achieve those things. Be great.